How well do you know the law? Do you know your rights? Do you know your wrongs? Here's a program that will keep you in the know of the law. Tune in to Styles FM this and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:05 p.m. with your host, DG Angel, and get legal minded. Remember, ignorance is no excuse of the law. So be in the know of the law. Sponsors of In the Know of the Law are Native Audio Stage and Lighting, Braham's Texaco. Good afternoon and welcome to another program of In the Know of the Law. My name is Delrose Green. I am a sergeant of police and this is your program. Don't touch your dial because at the end of this show, you shall know the law.
Yes, sir, me. A long time I tell them I'm afraid of nobody.
T-Wiz Records.
Yes, sir, me. So right now, nobody can stop me from that. Me as a DJ about a thing what everybody afraid of. As far as me know, long as me remember. If you're born and you grow up in a Jamaica, you know what nobody call you not informer. But yes, sir, me. Very proud informer. Me not do it for myself, but for Jamaica. You see me, must be an informer. Me have to make the sacrifice to make the police safe up. You see me, must be an informer. Me have a number for the sergeant, the inspector. You see me, must be an informer. And if me can't get this out, me call commissioner. Me an informer because me not support the crime. If you do the crime, do the time, pay the fine. Crime is mashing up this country and we acting like we're blind. We should have put a stop into this thing long time. So if me say a boy with a special or a 9, me go up on my phone, dial 119. Then get the operator all information. In face color clothes, in full complexion. I put the icing on the cake in GPS location. Me stay up on the phone till all the police them reach. Me civic duty, me say yeah, that's me a preach. So me talking to the parents and the kids and up teach. They chat on the criminals, them coming like leech. You know how long me want go night beach, but me can't touch the road 'cause too much gunshot of it. Every night in my house, the girl me have to pay.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another program of In the Know of the Law on Styles FM, Jamaica's #1 radio station. My name is, in fact, Delrose Green. My friends call me DG Angel, and this is your program. I want to say thanks to everyone that is tuning in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at this hour to be a part of this program. But first and foremost, let me say thanks to our kind sponsors, Native Audio Stage and Lighting, Braham's Texaco, Task Property Appraisals Company Limited, bringing quality service to you. And to our contributors, Toya Nails at shop number 6, Rosemary Plaza, Morant Bay, St. Thomas. You can get her at 876-426-5066. Of course, we have Errol Barnes in Baltimore and Sadie in York Castle, always contributing to this program in one way or another. Of course, we have MT Landscaping Services. Remember him who actually did the Vanessa Laidley funding at the Teachfield High School. It was a great contribution, and so we continue to say thanks to him. And he's located at Francis Lewis Boulevard, that's Queen, New York City. And you can get him at 347-840-4623. Thanks to my engineer Cassidy, who is always here with me. Of course, I really want to say thanks to everyone who have tuned in from St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. Catherine, St. Andrew. Of course, everyone in Jamaica that is hearing our voice, thank you very much for being a part of In the Know of the Law. To all my listeners overseas, the United States of America, UK, Canada, and everywhere else, good evening to everyone, and thank you for being a part of this show. But I already said big up to my engineer, right? I hope so, because I don't able that I'll be left in here alone. I really appreciate the support from everyone, and thank you very much. Ricardo Porcius has actually joined me in class, and I want to say thanks, Ricardo, for being a part of this program. Let me just see. Ricardo is always writing some long things, and so he doesn't understand that if I read all what he's writing, I'll never leave out a hair. Deadly mystery virus reporting in 2 new Chinese cities and South Korea. I read about it. Wow, thank you very much, Ricardo. Beijing, the authorities in China reported a 3rd death from a mysterious virus and more than 130 new cases over the weekend, including one found in Beijing and South China for the first time. 1 new case was reported also in South Korea on Monday. Thank you very much, Ricardo Porcius, for keeping me up to date. And I can tell you that I mean, I have nothing else to say except I'm sure God soon come for him world. And so for the persons out there that are playing around, fix up on yourself. Because with all that is happening, if you read Revelation, you'll see that the Bible is in fact fulfilling. The heart of men are desperately wicked. All right, on another note, regretfully, yesterday we had a tragedy. It was not in Portland, but it was Portland Connection. And so I've made friends with two young men at the CC Bakery. They're twins, and they pass me nowhere. I don't even know them different. I know one is a little slimmer than the other, but I don't know them by a name or the difference. And, regretfully, yesterday there was an accident in Trelawney, and 4 persons died. One of the twins is amongst, and 3 other persons. I want to say, my sincere condolences to the families of these persons. One of the mother of the boys, actually are part of us, works at the Marine Police Station as one of our office attendants. And so, untimely death, man. And so, I pray that we pray strength for these families, because there's no easy way to deal with this. Sometimes I'm quite sure that persons will even want to question God, because how could this happen? 2 of my children all at once. And so we pray strength for the family. We pray that God take the family and close friends through this very, very difficult time. And we ask, the Almighty God to continue to cover and to strengthen, because we just cannot do this on our own. And so, the unofficial news is that they were actually transporting a female, assisting a female to the airport in Montego Bay. And obviously, they probably were late, and they were, stepping on a metal. And so they overtook a vehicle. And as a result of that, there was an accident and 4 persons died. And so I really want to say, condolences to the family, and ask us, please, if we are going somewhere at 5 o'clock, wake up at 3 o'clock. Because honestly, I know how it is to be late and want to get there, but you're in less control of your vehicle. The faster it goes, there's less control that you have of it. And so I sympathize, but I'm asking you us all to drive slowly on the road. Believe me, driving fast is a dangerous thing. Something can happen. The vehicle are man-made, and so a tire can fly off. But if you're going, moderate speed and a tire will fly off, chances are that you would not get, having a loss of life. And so please don't think for 1 minute I am insensitive enough to be playing a blame game. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, as it is, reality is speeding kills. And so we're asking us to take our time. Bikemen, I see the bikemen on the road, not even helmet, going as fast as they can. And if you fall off the bike and get your head hit the asphalt, if you don't die, you're going to be a vegetable, because that's where your brain is. And so we're pleading to persons to take their time on the road, because I can tell you that even see people overtake around corner. Now, how you know what is happening around here? Suppose there's another person coming around like you that overtake too. And so it is so dangerous, is what is happening. I want to drive like that is styles. 30 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour. If any police give that is styles a speeding ticket, may I get every lawyer for representing, because lawyer not tell upon him. And so let me tell you, when I was a young driver, pedal to metal, nobody couldn't pass me. I don't want nobody pass me. So I know the feeling. At my age, everybody pass me now. As a matter of fact, if me a driver, me see you too close behind me, me put a indicator and make you go around me. I'm in no racing with anybody anymore. I got airport, I park my vehicle over Marine and I jump on Knutsford. Me didn't want to drive. Because Knutsford drive slow, then crawl. And so because of that, I worry at the door. At Daddy Road. At Daddy Road that. Come in on a URL. I do that Cassidy. I wish I had them that. Come in and know them now. Are you Daddy Road or URL? No, because you hear me say, if daddy stairs get a ticket, but I get a lawyer. He might tell me say sell vehicle and a daddy stairs vehicle, but I go and tell me police them say when you don't see the vehicle, look for gray area. If you don't see the gray area, just issue a ticket. So that's the difference of the drivers in that vehicle. All right? But seriously, people, let us take our time on the road and do not say I'm playing a blame game here. I'm not doing that. I'm respectfully saying that speeding kills, and so we ought to take our time. All right? We're going to be speaking this evening to a young lady that we have often spoken about. We have gone back to the topic, and we're not leaving the topic of domestic violence. For the person who WhatsApp, the 0717, say, hey, good evening, thank you very much. Carla, say, good evening, DG, Carla in class. Pleasant afternoon to you, and thank you very much for being a part of this program, Carla. Now, if you want to be a part of the program by WhatsApp, you can call us at 876-453-1444. That's 876-453-1444. And we're going to be having on the program this evening, Joan E. Brown. Remember, I promised you, Cassidy, please look if you're calling in. Remember, I promised you. Now, we spoke about domestic violence. We have been speaking about it. We'll continue to speak about it. Joan E. Brown was a person who was verbally abused many, many years ago by her husband, who was a police officer. And Joan did not sit in the abuse. What Joan did after many years was to, in a Jamaican language, take care of herself. So Joan left Montego Bay, took her daughter, and went back to St. Mary, where her, in the comfort and the warmth of her mother's house, her mother being a woman of God, her father being a man of God, and she went back home to say, listen, I can't stand this anymore. And she will tell you when she come on that she was never abused physically. And so while we continue to tell females that domestic violence has a lot of parts to it, which is not necessarily physical. And so Joan went back to St. Mary, and her husband went there and did the worst thing anyone could do to anyone. And so this evening I have with you, she will share her story. We'll speak to her until 6 o'clock, and we'll allow her to speak about her experience and also speak to someone out there that is going through something similar. Let us see whose life we can save. Joan E. Brown, good evening.
Good evening, my darling sister. How are you? Good evening, everyone.
I am blessed and highly favored, my superstar sister.
Amen, sis.
And that nice red shirt that you have on, that they have in the Sunday Gleaner and something into. Trust me, you look so nice in red.
Thank you. I'm moving with a purpose.
Joan, let me just quickly jump right in. Tell us a little about Joan E. Brown before that day, that horrific day, that terrible day. Tell us a little about Joan. You went to school where? And how did you meet Corporal Llewellyn?
I went to York Castle High, and then I did my course with paralegal firm in Kingston. I was a paralegal, a woman of God, yes, and a paralegal, a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend, a sister to everyone. Just a jovial, happy person.
How did you meet? Corporal Llewellyn?
Well, I used to work as a paralegal with an attorney in Ocho. So he came there one day for advice and for us to do some work for him. So that was how we met. We met at work, at my workplace. And sometime after we met, he sent a rose and a note to me. And then we started talking from
He
there.
sent a rose and a note.
Yeah.
Every girl's dream that we would meet a gentleman that sent us a rose and a nice love note.
Yes.
And so I can say that, he swept you off your feet.
Yes, we talked very well, and we courted and everything, but that side of him never showed until after the marriage.
How long you dated for before you marry him?
It's about 6 months to a year, I think.
And he was a police officer?
And then we got married.
And he was a police officer?
No, he was not a police officer until we married in 97. December 97. He didn't become a police officer until November 02.
Oh, okay. Okay, so just after. Bring us up now to when because you said you had a normal relationship with him before marriage. Bring us up to when you saw changes in Corporal Llewellyn.
I would say it was 99. Married 97. 99, I started seeing a little changes.
About 2 years after?
But, yes.
What were the changes like?
99, I was working, the stalking and the control of can't really going out. And if I said, let's go out, no. I said, I'm going out with my friends, no. Why you going, certain places I couldn't go. And I said, that's odd. I said, let's go to church then. He would go to church sometimes, but that was it.
So you said stalking. What do you mean by stalking?
Going to work, and he would just show up there. Who you talking to? Why you talking to that person? I saw you doing this. I said, how did you see me doing that? But you just try to work around things because I was a person who was dedicated to my relationship. Because I've always told myself, if and when I should get married, I want my marriage to work.
Your daughter, you had a daughter, and she knew him as a father.
Yes. We met when she was 2.5 years old. So he was the only father figure she knew. We met when she was 2.5, going to basic school, basically.
Corporal Llewellyn he became a stalker and a controlling person. What other signs you saw?
All right. When we went when we got married, we were living with my mom, and then we moved out. And then after moving out, we went on our own in Honduras, and then he started telling me that he don't want my family around me. I said, but your family come around, so why can't I have my family? No, we must try to build our relationship on our own. I said, okay. But I still wanted to visit my mom. That's my mom. And I've always known my family to be close. So I don't see what the problem was. And then if I should send money to my mom and everything like that, he would have a problem. Then the controlling of the money started. I said, no, but you work, I work. Why not? Why can't I do what I want with my money? If I want to do something, my mom is the person who brought me in this world. So why can't I take care of her like any other person would do their mother? And
in a previous interview, you spoke to us about the fact that when you worked and you got paid, you could not spend your own money, and yet still if you went to the supermarket. Tell us a little about that.
Yeah. All right. If I should go, we had a joint account, and then he had a separate account of his own. But if when I worked, my salary would go to the account. So as a couple, I thought then we would do what a couple normally do, share our things. So, but
Yes.
if I should go to the supermarket, it's fine and dandy going to the supermarket. But when we're to pay, is either I have to take out my own money, or it will just disappear.
Yes.
But even though we had a joint account, I was the only person keeping money in that account.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the money is basically mine same way. Because no matter what kind of money he has, it would never go to that account, the joint account.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say basically his name was on the account.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, so if I should say I'm gonna buy this, why you buying it? I say if I don't need something, I don't buy it. Something that I want, I don't normally just go out and buy it like that. I have to need it.
Mm-hmm.
So as a woman, I want to fix up myself. I want to take care of my daughter, just like any married couple would want to look good for their husband or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But it was always a problem when I bought anything. You don't need it. You don't have to do this. But I said, of course. You make me looking good, so I want to keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, I started having this fibroid problem. So, when you have fibroid, your tummy gets big.
Mm-hmm.
Then the attitude of calling me belly, because my tummy was hot. So, and after a while, you just started to cut down my self-esteem. That would make me think less of myself. And then that was where the mental abuse started.
Yes.
And the verbal abuse.
Verbal abuse, he normally say things to you that let you feel less than a person. Was this done in the presence of your daughter? Because your daughter moved with you to Montego Bay, right?
Sometimes he would do it, but not as often as when we were alone, because he always tried to be the perfect person in front of people. Mm-hmm. Quiet and everything. But after a while, then my daughter and her were close. So she would notice my withdrawal from certain things, because when I was feeling down, I either take up a book and start reading, or I go by myself and start singing. So she would know when I'm not okay. Mm-hmm. And then she'd ask Mommy, say, Mom, sometimes I hear that this is something, why would he do such a thing? Mm-hmm. And I tried to play it down, but after a while she was so smart that she really picked up on my unhappiness. Mm-hmm, so, until it started flowing over to her now.
Yes.
Where the control and everything, the abuse, verbally and everything started.
Joan, I saw where you wrote a couple articles. Before I go to the break, I want to read a little part of one of them. And when we return off the break, we're going to be speaking to you about what happened on that day in St. Mary. Quite often they use the phrases, I don't know what I'm doing with you. You're so worthless. You have no value. You're a mistake. You're fat and ugly. You serve no purpose, or you will amount to nothing. When the problem is not you, but them. This is clearly a sign of insecurity on their path with the aim of destroying your self-esteem, you being the confident one. Self-esteem encompasses beliefs about oneself as well as emotional states such as triumph, despair, pride, and shame. I really do admire and appreciate the persons who continue to love themselves even when love shames, hurts, and attempts to destroy them. Continue to be brave even when their heart is torn to pieces. It is okay to feel like you don't know how much more you can take or which way to turn, especially when you're tired of being tired, your back is against the wall, or those words have no more effect on you. You realize it's time to let go. Then you're gradually released all the excess baggage and hurt that you have been carrying. You'll start seeing all the possibilities and opportunities of life. You'll get up, dust yourself off, and start again. It ain't over until God says so. As the saying goes, there are 3 solutions for every problem. Either you accept it, change it or leave it. If you can't accept it, change it. If you can't change it, leave it. Don't give up. Just keep going until you are satisfied that you have done your best. I'm at the break, and I'm going to ask you, Joan, not to hang up. I'll continue reading this article on the other side of the break. My listeners, thanks very much for staying with me. We have been speaking to Joan E. Brown, who is no longer a victim, but a victor of domestic violence. We will be right back after these messages.
I'm tired of you on this pop down jalapeno, you know. Watch there. We all run out of gas now.
But babes, me think the quarter tank could have carried from Kingston come up Port Antonio. Boss man, which part round here is the nearest gas station there? Yeah man, right at the road man. Braham's Texaco right at the there.
So bossy, me can get one cup of coffee, one hot dog, anything for eat round here?
Lady, you know hear me say? Braham's Texaco, everything up there.
Braham's Texaco service station and convenience store, located at Arbor Street, Port Antonio, Long Bay, Portland, 24 Queen Street, Morant Bay, Gale St. Mary, proud sponsor of In the Know of the Law.
At Knutsford Express, everything matters. It matters that our customer transportation officers are trained for 12 weeks before captaining their first passenger trip. It matters that your precious cargo parts on time and arrives safely. It matters that you enjoy the comforts and convenience of home. Because at the Knutsford, we move what matters.
For complete auto repairs and services, come to Akon Auto Technology, located at 33 Bumble Crescent, Port Antonio, Jamaica. We offer specialist services in wheel alignment and wheel balancing, brake drum and disc rotary servicing, state-of-the-art ultrasonic cleaning and testing of your fuel injectors. We also stock an assorted range of auto service parts, tires, and motorcraft batteries. If we don't have it, we will source it for you. Call us at 876-715-5205 or email akonautotech16@gmail.com. Akon Auto Technology, beyond the typical auto mechanic shop. 50 Cent Cove presents Shockwave Red and White Edition at 50 Cent Cove, Kensington, Main Road, Portland on Sunday 16th of February 2020. It's an event with style, class and elegance, music by the Unity Band with local singers and Black Wave sound alongside Chungy from Styles FM, DJ Hobby and DJ Glasses. Tickets are only $1,000 for the dinner and a chance to win a laptop, tablet, phone and many more prizes and lots of surprises. Also there'll be a talent show starting at 5 p.m. and a big pageant show, the crowning of Miss 50 Cent Cove. It's all happening at 50 Cent Cove, Kensington, Main Road, Portland, Sunday 16th of February. It's all about Shockwave Red and White Edition.
Task Property Appraisals Company Limited is a licensed valuation entity that is committed to providing quality service to clients across Jamaica. We have over 10 years industry experience. Our track record of providing speedy service is complemented by affordable prices. We also work with commissioned land surveyors to meet your surveying needs and provide referrals to law firms. We're licensed as a real estate agent and offer real estate consultation. We also provide valuations for insurance purposes. We cater to residential and commercial customers, as well as those in the agricultural and industrial sector.
For more information, contact us at Shop 28, 2-4 Fort George Street, Port Antonio, Family Building. Call us at 876-410-9020 or 876-862-0509. Nothing in life is permanent unless you allow it. You have a choice to rebuild yourself. You can rise up from anything if you put your mind to it. All that matters is that you make the decision to never look back. It all begins and ends with your mind. You have the power and strength to not make negativity control you. If you want to be happy, you have to choose to be happy. Your attitude and actions have strong effect on your life. Be proud of your scars and the fact that you are still standing and fighting. Keep trying. Believe in yourself and keep hope alive. Don't worry if you fail. Fail means first attempt in learning. Failure is not final, so it's not the end. End means effort never dies. If you get no along the way, it means next opportunity. And you still have the chance to change your situation. So, despite your challenges, keep going. Be proud of yourself and declare, I am a survivor. I am a warrior. I am worth it. I am no longer a victim. I am victorious. I am a woman of worth. I am a man of value. I am enough. words of Joan E. Brown. Joan?
I'm here.
I read your thing a while ago and I'm all over in goosebimples. I think you need to become an official writer. Because trust me, these powerful words, and I have another one that I hope to read back before the end of the program, Woman of Worth, Man of Value. And so, but Joan, tell us, because I would not want the time to go by, and purse is not for one. Tell us your experience about that day, and then afterwards, I'm going to ask you to speak to persons out there that are going through. How do they escape it? Men and women that are out there experiencing domestic violence. So first, tell us about what happened in St. Mary.
After I left my husband in Mandeville, after he told me that everything was okay, I went back home. He told me if there was nothing in the marriage for him, it was over. So I should call my people and go back home, which I was praying about it. So I got the answer that I had prayed for. And so I went back home to St. Mary to my mom. And I started working at Noranda Backside the Tuesday, which was the 5th of April, 2011. And on Thursday morning, the 7th of April, 2011, I got up, got dressed, and was putting on my shoes or something, when I heard a barrage of shots. So I ran, it sounded very near to me. So I ran to the kitchen window, and I saw my brother on the ground, and he was like gagging, and his neck was just spewing out blood. I said, what the hell? Then I looked at the washroom door. I saw my dad on the ground. And then I heard my daughter and Wayne quarreling, and she said, Daddy, why Daddy, why you want to kill Mommy? But by that time, I reached into the living room, the area going to my bedroom, and I looked at him. So I said, what is all this? And he held on to my daughter. So Daddy said, Daddy, she pushed him and said, Daddy, why you want to kill Mommy now? He said, because you guys left me and I love you. So he fired 3 shots at me while I was trying to run off to my room to close the door. One caught me in the neck, on my left ear, right under my left ear, and I fell to the ground. But before he did that, I saw when he hit her in her face with the gun. So she ran off. She said, Mommy, I love you, Mommy, I love you. And she ran off to my mommy's room. Then I heard the shot fired in my mom's room. And then he came back after her shot. But before he shot Mommy, I heard when he said to her, didn't I tell you to send her back to me? And my mom said to him, I gave her to you for 13 years. And she came back home. Nobody runs from good. But by the time, after that, I heard the shot. So he came back and he lifted me up and said to me, Joan, I did this because I love you. But after he lifted me up, I had to play dead because the blood was just spewing out of my leg. So I stopped my breath and I played dead. And then he said what he had to say. And then everything just went berserk that morning.
God gave you the wisdom to play dead to save your life.
Yes, I played dead.
He didn't stop there. He didn't.
No, I remember he went down to another family member's home where he called her out and told her that he wanted some water, and he then shot himself on the veranda.
Mighty God.
But I remember my girlfriend who was in the house with me that morning. There was a girlfriend of mine who asked me to stay with her, asked her to stay with me. Asked her to stay, if she could stay with me that night, out of the blues. I don't know why. That's why I said God protects his own. Because she just said, Joan, can I stay with you tonight? I'm supposed to visit my mom in St. Mary, but I don't feel like going. I said, sure. So she was in the house with me that morning. And when I realized what was going on, I said, just run and hide But the good thing she did was she opened the front door of my room door and slammed the door. So he thought she went outside because that room door leads to the veranda. But the grill was closed. So she ran back in the room, ran in the closet, and pulled down all the clothes on herself.
Oh, God.
To cover herself. So she escaped it by just covering up herself because I think he thought she had gone through the door.
Mighty God. Joan, you were paralyzed. You were taken to the hospital, and you subsequently went to the United States. You have not been back to Jamaica since.
No, I have not been. I don't even know the exact spot that my parents and my daughter is buried. I wasn't able to stay for the funeral, so my sister and myself, my elder sister and myself have not been, well, we did not get to go to the funeral, so I'm still yet to visit the burial spot. I don't really know where they're buried. But my greatest wish is I want the closure of coming back and lay on my daughter's grave. That is my greatest wish. I just want that to happen.
John, I know I've told you.
Go back to the home.
I know I've told you this already, and I'm going to tell you again. The day you decide to come to Jamaica, Detective Sergeant Melissa Francis from Ocheres and myself will come to the airport for you, escort you to wherever you want to go, to let you spend as much time as you want to spend, wherever you want to spend, to get that necessary closure. And if God spare my life, I am telling you, that is a promise I've made to you for about 2 to 3 years now. And I mean to continue. I really mean to keep that promise, girl.
Yes, for sure, sis, you will know.
Right.
You will definitely know. I just want to, if I come down with a night or morning, the first place after leaving the airport, to go straight to my daughter's grave and lay on the grave.
Yeah.
I just want that.
I came to your house, Joan, and I saw a picture of your daughter. Saw a picture of mommy. So I know the positive person that you are. I know that their spirit lives on around you. I don't know how you find it in you to be so positive. I came there. You act as if you had 2 working legs. You took me to Martin Luther King. You took me all over. But, you're just this beautiful person. I am happy. When I met you, Melissa allowed me to meet you, and I journeyed to where you were and decided that I have to come and meet you. And I spent some time at your house. And can I just tell you thanks for your sisters and yourself? Just let me feel like I'm a part of you.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Joan,
but
the persons that are out there, I want you to speak to the females, the males that are in the situation now, verbally, mentally, emotionally, because persons will listen out and know that you have said that he was never physical towards you, he never licked you. So I want you to speak to the persons out there that is saying, making excuse, boy, I made it upset him. And boy, I tell us I go through some things and that's why my daughter. I want you to speak to them. You have already spoken about the signs. Tell them, Joan, the importance of running, leaving, going away, let it come out, let it finish with it.
I would want to tell persons that I suffered in silence. And they said pride feel the most pain. And I have done that. Because I told myself that, all right, Joan, no matter what, you're going to try to make it work. You're going to try to make it work. But there comes a time when enough is enough. When you're just tired of being tired, right? It makes no sense to suffer in silence. Just find someone you can talk to. A police officer, a pastor, a judge, anybody that you can really trust to talk to say, yes, I'm going through this and I can't take it anymore. I was in denial that I was being abused. And it wasn't until, I think, a month, it was his birthday this January. This February, I saw something in the Observer about abuse. And I said, oh my God. This is all I'm going through. And it's as if I got a wake-up call. And I said, oh, my God, I can't take it anymore. Because I used to go to work, to just drive and park downstairs. My daughter used to go to school. She used to go to her school, and her classmate would tell her, you know, your father was just here sitting in the chair. Or your father was here waiting on you. And she always asked me, Mom, why would Daddy do that? I said, I don't know. But back to the thing, find someone you can talk to. Follow your gut instinct, right? What I did after he burned the thing was I started to take like my important papers. I had some for myself. So the ones that I had for myself, he didn't find those to burn because I always have a duplicate of everything. So I started, I had those and I took them to my mom to keep. And if you can start doing so, find a way in which you can leave. Don't get up and just leave. I'm not telling you to get up and just leave.
And a cuss him and tell him, say, go, I don't want you and I use.
No, you can't tell because that is when control, when persons lose control, that is when the bad things happen. Because when a bully losing control of what they held on to, it's bad. And that was what happened. Rejection, men cannot take rejection. Some men can't really take rejection. So the rejection of not having the control and not telling you, have nobody else to control, that is what happened. So find somewhere you can go. Right now, I know there's help out there where you can call the domestic abuse line, or there are homes out there that will shelter you. But find someone you can talk to. I was scared to talk to most people because I was always ashamed to say, when he's out there going on like he's all dandy and good and we're happy, when we reach home, it's a totally different thing. So I was ashamed to say, I wonder if anybody is going to believe me. But when enough is enough, you just have to do what you have to do and leave. Do not suffer in silence. Find help, it is out there.
Wow. Joan, I think you have said a mouthful. I pray that somebody out there that is listening will listen to you. I know that one of the things, Joan, that I realize that persons do, even in my duty as a police officer, they will be abused, physically or otherwise, and they will come to the station in anger. Me want to lock him up, me no business. And as soon as the anger fades away and all of that, the same man come back and say, well, I want to lock him up now. And before you know it, you see the two of them holding hand again. I am of the belief that once abuser, always abuser. I don't know what are your thoughts on that.
Yes. Always an abuser. Because at times when my husband would tell me certain things, believe me, I would say, it better you lick me rather than tell me the words they're telling me. Because the lick will cool. Not that I'm saying that the physical abuse is good, but the words that he would tell me cut like a knife. And the words that you are being told, it never heals. It never heals. And no matter what you tell them, they're always right. And abusers don't see where they're wrong. My husband told me that I need help. When I told him that, no, something is wrong with you. He said, no, you need help. I'll find a psychologist for you to speak to, or a psychiatrist for you to speak to, because you're sick. That's what he told me.
So you need help.
So an abuser never accept that they are wrong. A controller never accept that they are wrong. Yes, because you are the weaker link for them, which is they are the one that is weak. They have no self-worth. They have no self-esteem. So they try to pull you down with them.
Joan, the blame game is one of the things that I know that, and we as females sometimes take it on to and even blame ourselves. There is an article that the Gleaner carried, Joan, if I may read it quickly. Leaving abusers easier said than done. Shooting survivor pleads with women not to suffer in silence. And the Jamaica Gleaner card this article. It has been 9 years. Wow, Joan, I never realized 9 years because it's actually when I met you it was 7 years. So it is indeed 9 years.
This year is 9 years.
Yeah, it has been 9 years since Joan Brown was shot and left for dead by her estranged husband. Though she is grateful having survived the ordeal, she really relives the mourning every time she hears that woman has died as a result of domestic violence. I'm a victim and a survivor. I'm a victim and a survivor. Hold on, somebody just called and I got, all right. Right, I'm a victim and a survivor of domestic violence, and my heart aches about these unnecessary killings of our moms, daughters, sisters, and friends by these weak, selfish, coward men, said Brown. My daughter was 17 when she, as well as my mother, father, and brother, was murdered by someone who claimed to love me, pointing out that her daughter did not get to live and fulfill her dreams. Brown added that because a coward chose to take away the privilege from me, she did not get to take care of her parents in their old age, and her brother's children didn't get to take care of him either. On April 7, 2011, the police corporal Wayne Llewellyn sent shockwaves through the country after he shot Brown in the neck before killing her daughter, mother, father, and brother in the rural community of Tree Hill, St. Mary. He eventually turned the gun on himself after failing to get inside the Brown's other family member's house. On Sunday, Jamaica Defense Force Corporal Doreen Mackenzie killed his girlfriend before committing a suicide in Portmore, St. Catherine. Hours later, over in St. Elizabeth, Nevia Sinclair was stabbed to death by her ex-boyfriend. The alleged killer is currently in custody. Calls have some from different sections of society encouraging women to leave relationships when they get abused. Speaking at Gleaner from her home in the United States this week, Brown said it was easier said than done because even after leaving, women still stalked by these men before they end up dead. I left. We had an argument one day. It was January of 2011. And I can remember I got up that morning and he argued before burning the marriage certificate, wedding pictures, everything pertaining to the marriage. He told me that it was over and there was nothing in the marriage for him and I should just call my family and get back home. And I did. I went back home to my mom, said Brown, who left paralyzed after being shot. Working as a paralegal before the incident, Brown says she was never physically abused, but she was abused verbally, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. She said she was controlled by her husband and couldn't have friends, couldn't visit family or them visit her. She had never reported her husband to law enforcement because he had made it known to her that she ever reported his actions to the police officer. Police cover police, so her reporting would be in vain. Brown advises women struggling to cope in abusive relationship to seek help and not suffer in silence, to find someone to talk to. She also pleaded with the men to do the same, talk. Men, not because you're a man, you feel that you can't cry. You are human and it is not just police, soldier alone killing women. And I know their job being stressful is no excuse, so I encourage them to get counseling, said Brown. She recalled how her husband killed her family. He stood over her, lifted her body and said, "Joan, I did this because I love you." If you don't know love, you can't show love. These men in these situations grow up in a broken home and growing up seeing their father beat their mother, and they think it is a norm. They are in relationships and they think it's a norm to treat women badly, she said. Love doesn't hurt and nobody runs from good. Please, my sisters and friends, seek help before it's too late. These are signs in a relationship that is not okay. Sometimes we should follow out our gut feelings. At times, it's never wrong. Oftentimes, Michelle from Snow Hill said, oftentimes I try to get her out, but she keeps going, okay. Oftentimes I try to get her out, but she keeps going back. Hold on, I think something was read at the front part. Oh, I see what you're saying. I know exactly what this woman goes because my daughter is facing the same thing. Joan, there's somebody that is saying that, our daughter is facing the same thing, similar. But you see what happened, mother, is that these men know how to tell person that, listen, me did sorry, me never mean it. So you become like the wicked person because, because the play on the emotions of these women. And so, Joan, there's a mother who is saying right now that she's in a similar situation, trying to get her daughter to come out, and each time she get her out, she keep going back.
The control, you see, because the baby, her self-esteem is so low.
Yeah.
She just feels scared of everything. But try to find what you need to do. There must be a domestic hotline out in Jamaica who you can call. Find the number, call the number. There is a channel that everything goes through. So just find the number, call the number. There is help out there.
Yes.
All she needs to do is believe in herself that she can do it. Right? When you're leaving, don't say, may I go back home to mother, may I go back this one. Because they know exactly where to find.
Yes. Michelle said, Michelle said, love didn't hurt you. Someone who doesn't know how to love hurt you. Don't confuse the two. It's okay, you don't hurt what you love. If you love something or somebody, you don't hurt it.
Something. My husband loved his vehicle so much that if he went out 3 or 4 times for the day, every time he go out and come back and wash it.
Oh my God.
That was the cleanest vehicle driving around town. I asked anybody about that. But if I ever said, can I have some money to go wash my hair at the hairdresser? Can I get some money to go to the hairdresser and just fix up myself? And then I work without the money. And when I use the money to fix up myself, it's a problem.
Joan, what are your plans though? Because although you are wheelchair bound, I know you're very active in your church. I know you sing a lot. But I think you're wasting, because when I see you write, Joan E. Brown, your words are deep. What are the plans you have for the future? I think you honestly could be a very, very, very good and effective domestic violence advocate. What are your thoughts?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Right now, I'm a motivational speaker here, where I go to different churches, and if every October is domestic violence month, and they have a rally here, in Georgia that I normally attend most times to speak up against domestic violence. I will go to like some conferences to speak, because everybody that hears about my story said, I don't know how you cope, but it's just the grace of God that keeps me. I pray a lot. Everybody asks me, what else to do? I said, my antidepressant is prayer.
Yeah.
And I believe so much in prayer. So I go around. I really want to do more speaking out about it. I recently started a foundation called not only the Miracle Child Ministries, but George and Flynn Memorial. That's my daughter, where I want to help kids or young ladies to know their worth.
All right.
Know that I am worth it. I am beautiful. I am a survivor.
Yes.
I'm a warrior. Because my daughter said she was a warrior princess. So she fought. I know she fought for me that morning.
Joan, I am completely out of time, but I want to tell you thanks as always. Somebody's asking if there's a number for you. I would not give out your number, but what I can tell you, callers, is that you have a web page, right? That's Miracle Child Ministries on Facebook. On Facebook. So, and you can also go to Joan E. Brown, Joan E. Brown. So go to Facebook, Miracle Child Ministries, and contact her through her webpage, Miracle Child Ministries. And I've started
writing now. I just asked God to give me the inspiration to do something special this year.
Yeah.
And this is what he has started in me, to start writing. So I started writing more.
And you're doing
And I
an
hope
awesome job. Awesome
Thank you.
job, girl.
I just want to inspire others through my writing. So I've also started that.
So please, persons, you can't miss this opportunity to interact with Joan. That's Joan E. Brown on Facebook or Miracle Child Ministries. Miracle Child Ministries. Go on the Facebook page now. Click and like the page. Send her a friend request. I don't know if she have over 5,000 already and can't take you. And I don't want she take me off and put on what I own. So Miracle Child Ministries. Go and click it now, the link. And so she posts things, then you will automatically get it. Thank you very much, Joan. I'm out of time. It's always a pleasure. And a big hug and kiss from Styles FM, from us to you, all the way up there. All right?
You, sis. Thank you, sis.
Mwah.
And be good. Love you, too.
Love you as always, sis. Because you know, say you're part of me heart, right? God bless
I
you.
didn't hear that.
I said, remember, say me love you past me heart.
I'm in love with 10 days of the week.
That's Joan E. Brown that I know. God bless you, Joan E. Brown. I have been speaking to...
Bless you too, sis.
All right, all the best. I've been speaking to Joan E. Brown. She's a victor, not a victim of domestic violence, and we continue to speak on this program from time to time and see if we can help someone. I want to thank everyone that joined the program this evening. Really want to tell you how much I appreciate you, the persons who have WhatsApp. Too much to call by name, but I see you all and I appreciate you. And to all my listeners throughout Jamaica, United States of America, UK, Canada, and everywhere that listen this evening. Thanks very much. As also, thanks to our kind sponsors, Native Audio Stage and Lighting, Braham's Texaco, Task Property Appraisals, Company Limited, bringing quality service to you. And to our contributors at Toya Nails at shop number 6, Rosemary Plaza, Mort Bay, St. Thomas, 876-426-5066. Sadie from Your Castle and Errol Barnes from Baltimore, a pleasant afternoon. Thank you very much. And MT Landscaping Services up there in Francis Lewis Boulevard, Queens, New York City, 347-840-4623. To my engineer, Cassidy, thank you very much for being a part of this show. My name is Delarose Green. That's what my mother called me. My friends call me DG Angel. And this is your program, In the Know of the Law, on Styles FM. God bless you. Take care and walk good until next time. We gone. Bye-bye.
Task Property Appraisals Company Limited is a licensed valuation entity that is committed to provide